Hello everyone, welcome to Kavi's Corner. Today let's make a delicious 7-cup burfi or 7-cup bar, or it's even called 7-cup cake. And this is a recipe I've been making for years. And today I just wanted to put it up for everyone to follow and see if you like this video. And if you like this recipe, please leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. So today this is called 7-cup burfi because we have 7 cups of different items. Other than sugar, which is doubled, the rest is all 1 cup. So today we have chickpea flour or besan. This is found in the Indian store. You find in a 2 pound or 4 pound bag, and we're just going to use 1 cup of it. Okay, we're going to use gram flour 1 cup, almond flour 1 cup. You can use any nut, but almond flour tastes really better and it's not too heavy on the tummy. And then we're going to use 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of ghee, and I may use extra 1/4 cup because almond flour is pretty dry and it's going to absorb a lot and you'll have a very dry burfi. So I'm going to make sure I add a little more extra. That is left up to you. But this is called 7 cups, so pretty much everything is 1 cup each other than the sugar. And then we're going to add 1 cup of coconut milk and our flavoring ingredients. Every dessert needs a pinch of salt, and then we're going to use some cardamom powder. I have green cardamoms all ground up and kept. I'm going to use about half a teaspoon of this. And then for additional flavor and color, we're going to use saffron. This is something I love to use because this is a very pale looking bar, and once you add this, it just adds an extra color. And we're going to use fresh grated coconut. This is actually frozen grated coconut, which is found in the Indian store in the freezer section, and some of the Chinese store have it as well, but I picked this in the Indian store. So use fresh frozen, or you can make your own fresh grated coconut from scratch. So let's get started and this delicious yummy bar. But before we turn on our stove, I have a greased plate. I put some clarified butter or ghee and smeared a plate so I can empty out the contents once it's done. So set this aside, this is important. Now let's turn on our stove. I have a clean bowl. To begin with, let's add 1 cup of ghee. This is clarified butter. Let's go ahead and add 1 cup of besan or chickpea flour or Bengal gram flour. Give it a good stir so it doesn't get lumpy dumpy, and don't let it burn. Let's lower the heat. Once the bubbles have subsided and the raw smell is gone, let's go ahead and add 1 cup of grated coconut. This has to toast well. Give it a good stir. You need a nice homogenized mixture with no lumps again. Let's go ahead and add our almond flour. Mix it up before it lumps up. And now the mixture gets thick a little bit, but once we add sugar, it will again get a little loose. But don't worry, this is when we add our saffron because it will loosen up a little bit. And gives a pretty little orangey hue to your bars. See, the minute you add almonds, how it absorbs all the oil and the liquid. So now is the time we're going to add our sugar into it. 2 cups of granulated sugar, 1 cup and a 2nd cup. Be very careful after this point. Once the sugar melts, the whole mixture will start bouncing really bad, so you better have a deep dish in the beginning itself, so it just splutters really bad. So be very careful. If you have a splash guard, keep it handy, but otherwise this is the best recipe you can make for any festive season or holidays and enjoy with your friends and family. It makes a great gift to give away for your after party, like a party favor and things like that. Don't forget the pinch of salt for any dessert or sweet. Half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. And now we'll add our 1 cup of coconut milk. You could use regular milk, but coconut milk adds a great flavor. And when I use regular milk, it does spoil. I can't keep it for too long. So use coconut milk and it'll help preserve it. And since we're cooking it, it'll all be fine. Now this has to basically solidify and spit out the ghee that we added. That's when we put it on our mold or plate it. It has become a nice smooth mixture. You basically have to wait for it to solidify and come or pull apart from the bowl. See how it thickened? We have just few more minutes till it pulls away. See how it pulls away? So we are almost ready to pull it out. If you watch closer, you'll see oil coming out on the side. So our mixture is ready to come off the stove and get plated. We have a greased plate. That's our dawn. Quickly flatten it and let it set. It took almost 25 minutes to 30 minutes to whip up this, but it's worth it, guys. So our burfi is all poured and done. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. I just come here with some powdered sugar and sprinkle a little bit. The almond kind of makes it a little bland. So we have 2 cups of sugar. The little bit of sugar on the top just makes it nice and sweet. You can skip on this. This is just my take on this recipe. So please do try, and always use a plastic spoon, serrated spoon at this stage, because it's still setting, but we want to score it. So start from the middle and just score it gently. Otherwise, if you use a metal one, the steam will make it wet and it'll kind of pull through and not cut neatly. This way you just score it a little bit and then come back with a deeper knife and you can cut them. So this is how it looks. Almost 54 bars out of 7 cups of ingredients.